talk about whatever the hell I want. Because I can. Drugs are good. Drugs are fun. I like drugs. I've had some interesting experiences on drugs. Probably because I'm mentally ill as well. They tend to affect me a little bit more than normal people. I once remarked that me on pod is like anyone else on acid. You could say I have an addictive personality, that I have the ingrained basis of addiction. This is when it feels good. Whenever it feels good, you do it. There's certain risks and rewards, and you want to know what you're doing. You want to research what you're doing. There are a handful of resources on the internet. These drugs have a fairly long track record on the street. Be fairly reliable, especially pop. Pop is as reliable as you can get. You couldn't get more reliable unless it was store-bought. I like these incenses that they have out there, herbal incenses, like them laced with chemicals. You get pretty high off. But they also wear off pretty quickly. I still prefer pop. I can't smoke it here. It stinks too much. So I just smoke incense. It doesn't really smell like anything. It's funny to have an incense that doesn't smell like anything. I should clue you in that there's some other reasons for it being as expensive as it is. And behind the counter. I guess I just like feeling different. I don't like my base level of existence. I feel healthier when I'm on drugs. I could probably be more productive if I was on drugs. Screw these antidepressants, they should just give me Paranol. I haven't had a depression deep depression that marijuana hasn't been able to get me out of. Yeah, it's temporary, but if you keep smoking it, it's not temporary, it's a medicine. And it's something that's so cheap as a weed, and it's produced as cheap as any medication. So there's just no reason not to be on it all the time. And medications they give me now slow my brain down. I mean, that's what they do. You look at the chemistry and they slow the movement of the brain. They block signals. things like lithium slow down the entire brain. So why should I subject myself to slowing down my brain unless it benefits me in some way? That's what pot does. Benefits me. Makes me feel good. It shouldn't be illegal to feel good. I think that drugs should be legal. All substances should be legal. You should be able to buy any substance. And it should just be taxed in relation to the harm that they do to society, or perceived harm. If legalizing drugs increases the rate of mental health disorders, then you tax the substance to cover the increased cost of government from losses from mental illness. You should pay the price. But I mean, it's like tobacco tax. Tax on something that harms you. Money goes from that to the health industry to help keep you healthy after you've made the mistake of smoking. But I mean, certain drugs should probably be only available through prescription. You should probably only get cocaine through prescription. But you should still be able to do it. And you should have more just responsible. I mean, that's what you want, is to make sure that the people who are using these drugs know what they are. They know what risks are involved and what risks they're putting themselves under. We just want them to be educated. They're still responsible for their actions while they're intoxicated, just as you are when you're drunk. So there's no real law enforcement issue. I mean, just because there's no breathalyzer for these things doesn't mean that the field sobriety test isn't sufficient. And why isn't it sufficient? If you can walk that line, you can touch your nose, then you should be able to drive. When you're not even drinking. You know, assuming drinks now and then ought to help good driving. Just stress drinking and driving. He's advocating drinking and driving. Yeah, sure, why not? The point is, I don't want intoxicated driving. I don't want driving while your perceptions are off. And after a few drinks, most people don't have their perceptions on. Well, I don't, because I'm clear and found. There's really nothing more I want to say. I like drugs. I like women. I don't like men. I like both. Different reasons. with a man, it gives me the opportunity to feel like what it's like to be a woman. Whereas when I'm a woman, it's natural and pleasant. I enjoy life, but it's not the same. It's not the same. There's a certain role playing that goes along with having sex with a man. And, well, men give better blowjobs. It's just a fact, they're better at it. I don't really think anyone's too. I think it's a matter of how tight you are. I think there are as many uptight gays as there are straights. I think if you're truly loose, you'd be bisexual. Because they're both pleasant. They're both pleasant in their own way. It really is easy to have sex with men. Like, if they've ever decided to go that way, it's pretty easy to pick up. I find it so. Sometimes I just go for a man because it's easy. Yeah, I don't know how to pick up women. So, I have a little experience with that. But, I'm happy with the way things are. Hold on. I'd rather have a girlfriend. Who allowed me to sneak out every once in a while on the gate. No, we could be monogamous. But I think I'd rather have a girlfriend this next time. It seems to not make seems to be more casual. I'm not really looking for a relationship. I suppose that makes me straight. But actually what it does is it makes me a slut. But enough to call slut. I'm a slut. It's just well, yeah, I don't prefer to be alone. I'm alone most of the time. But, I was very pleased with when I was around with another person. It wasn't the most adventurous, but it kept me satisfied. I'd like to get brain surgery. I'd like to get an implant in my septal lucidum, which is the pleasure center of the brain. And Also, one in a safe room. Actually, I like them all over the place. I'd like to be able to hook a computer up to it and see if I can screw with my visual system. You know, eventually they're going to have these things. Actually, you know, they're not built apart. They just inject these particles into your spine and migrate all of the brain. Set up a wireless network. Taking energy from the probably receiving electricity from a EMF field. You know, have you wear a helmet? You wear a helmet and generate an EMF field that would power these nanoparticles that would relay information about brain activity to a computer and alter. There's no reason these nanoparticles can't alter brain function as well. They lodge in next to a neuron and can well, they can zap it, you know, and get enough of these particles around, and then you're really talking about something smaller than a blood cell. Yeah, you can get into large and fat tissue. Or you can, there's any number of ways they can migrate. And they can alter their exterior so that it becomes solvent in either water or oil. So they can pass through the cell wall. I guess it works in a way similar to radioactive tracers that are used in the brain scanning. Instead of radioactivity, it's a small nanomachine that transmits information about activity in the brain to a computer. Start recording it and processing it and copying your consciousness outside of your brain. Copy your consciousness into a computer. And what would that be like to have a copy of yourself?